Hi there, welcome to Pitchside. Allow me to first of all appreciate everyone that takes their time to check out the Pitchside content on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you for the feedback that you also share with us. If you're out there and you're joining us for the first time, I welcome you, but also implore you to hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Pitchside with Tabu Peter, subscribe, and you'll be getting all the content that you need to know in regards to sports and all the big headlines, especially on YouTube. Now, not so many creatives today have managed to sustain their brands and done so many innovative things, like the guest we have today. He's been on global stages. He's worked with top comedians on the African continent and across the world. And I can tell you for sure that for over 15 years, he's remained a very relevant person in his field. And also, in the social life of Uganda, I have the privilege and honor of catching up with my brother. Definitely my brother, man, because of what you'll know later on. Mr. Patrick Salvador Idringi, a certified engineer, but also one of the biggest comedians in the African continent and the world, from the part of Africa. Happy to have him on Pitchside. Yeah, Mr. Idringi, Pato.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be hard for me to say Mr. Idringi.
Chibachizibu.
Bro. For the longest time.
Yeah.
Mbano Gamba. Hey, Pato, what's up? Hey, Pato. But, bro, happy to have you on.
For those who are wondering why Pato, why bro, we basically grew up in the same village.
Absolutely.
Back in the day. It's like my kid, bro.
Absolutely.
So we saw each other grow up. So yeah, it's good to be here, man.
I'm happy to have you, man.
And I'm proud of you, by the way. The work you're doing is amazing. I've watched some of your clips.
Yeah.
I watched, I think, the clip you did, the show you did with, what is his name? He was a KCCA defender.
John Revita.
Revita.
Yeah.
That was a very touching story. Very, very touching story. And I was like, yo, this guy has this is amazing, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I was blown away.
I appreciate. Yeah. Now for you, watched once. Now may I watch every day?
You watch every day?
You. I watch every day. So if you've watched once and me I've watched every day for the last 15 years.
I need to return the favor. I need to return
You've already returned it by coming on set, yeah. But Pato, very excited to have you on Pitchside. First of all, how are you, man? How's everything? I see you're branded in Uganda.
Definitely.
This brother will never go away.
It cannot go. This is like my it looks like a brand, but it's something that grounds me. You know, every time, you know, celebrity life is not easy. So many temptations here and there. So every time I have this, I know that, you know, somebody is walking with me, somebody is guiding me. A higher spirit definitely is guiding me. So the rosary doesn't go off, and I'm a proud Ugandan.
Yeah, that's true.
That is why this jersey is on. And I'm good. We thank God. God has been good. We're celebrating 15 years in comedy. And I'm very, very excited.
You're very excited.
Yeah.
Pato, I'm going to run back the clock a bit.
Yeah.
And it's only fair for me to do this actually on set. I know we've met several times.
Yeah.
And but I've not had the opportunity to say this. I need to really mention this, that when I was growing up, for people who are watching us on Pitchside, I actually grew up in the late Mr. Dawa's household.
Yes.
I need to mention that. Pato's mom knows me very well.
Yeah.
Why? Because her last born, the boy he loved so dearly, called Thomas, was my desk mate, was my crime mate, was my everything. We would commit crimes together, we would sit together, we would study together. Break time, it was a special break for us. We would not have school break. We'd just cross over from the school to the shop and have a very good time. I mean, Dad did a very good job.
Yeah, he did.
First of all, growing us up around Kiswa.
Yeah.
And mentoring so many people.
Yeah.
So just to pay my homage and respect to him.
Thank you.
And appreciate that he was a very, very dedicated man.
That means a lot.
That brought up someone like you and your family and your brothers and all, which was a very good thing. So much respect, man. I know Mommy is there.
Yeah.
I've grown a bit fat, so when she looks at me, like, who is this? But tomatoes, it's this one. This is Tabu. We used to run
like,
around.
what?
She's like, what's happening? But there you go. You earlier on mentioned 15 years.
Yes.
15 years is not mean fit.
No, it's not.
When we were growing up, we had people who were engineers, doctors, 20, 35 years.
Yeah.
for you to have lasted 15 years in the creative industry is no mean feat.
It's
But
no mean feat.
I mean, how has it been for you for all this journey to reach 15 years?
It's not been easy, but at the same time, it's been enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, something that is hard, but you enjoy it, you will always find a way to make it work.
Yes.
So it's been a bittersweet kind of journey. There have been ups and downs. There have been those moments whereby you want to just always tap yourself on the back and you say, I have done it. And there have been those moments where you're like, why did I even start doing this? Yeah, so those moments always come. But the most important thing in life is self-belief. Every time you believe in yourself, you will always find a way. Yeah, so the number one killer of anything, of any creative, is self-doubt.
Oh.
So that's one thing I never ever do. I never doubt myself. I would rather do it and fail, but not do it at all.
Does this also speak volumes about you deciding to actually do comedy, yet you're a qualified engineer, and you actually had a job working already? Does that also go back to explain that you believed in yourself and said, let me do this
that was one of the big things that drove me into comedy. But one of the things that really pushed me into comedy was passion. You see, growing up, I really wanted to be an engineer. You know, in Mr. Dawa's house, he used to buy those radios. He was a Lingala man.
Yeah.
So he had those radio cassettes. But me, every time I would see a screwdriver, I would want to use it. So the man would come back in the evening from his shop and he would find a part of his radio open. Because opening was easy, but putting it back was a problem.
The hardest part.
So when he found out that I was the one doing that, I got some good chiboko. Then he told me the only way you can be able to put it back is if you become an engineer. So that thing stuck in my head when I was growing up, and I was like, I want to be an engineer. So I passionately chased the dream. I did sciences in A level, and then I got a Bachelor of Science Telecommunications Engineering in Makerere University. I pursued it with a passion. I pursued it with a dream because I really wanted to become an engineer. And by God's grace, in my third year, because it was a 4-year course, in my third year, I got internship with MTN. 10 of us from my course, we were taken to do internship, but I did not go there to do internship. I went there to work. So after the 2 months of internship, the management said, this guy, we cannot just let him go. We would rather keep him as a temporary staff, and we see that we guide him, we support him in his final year, and once he's done, he gets the job. And true to their word, that's exactly what happened. Even before I graduated, I had already become an engineer at MTN. So it was something I really chased. I was passionate about. I started my first year because I was in MTN for about 5 years. So my first 2 years were my sweetest years because I was learning new things every day. But unfortunately, in our engineering, world, especially here in Uganda, you already do things that have been there's a template you follow. But now the template started getting boring. And now the passion started to die. And fortunately for me, in my 5th year at MTN, that's when the comedy came in through a competition. And I found out that as a comedian, you have to do new jokes every time you're on stage. And now that is where the passion, because I love challenges. So I looked for a challenge and then I got it and I was like, no, I think this is what I am supposed to do. So I found myself falling in love with it every day. First year, second year, third year. By the time I was on the 5th year, my passion had shot over the roof, and that's when I believed, I think this is what I was meant to do.
How easy a decision was it for you to make? Like, okay, guys, engineering.
For me, it was a very easy decision, but I didn't know how my father would take it. Because the man struggled hard to make sure, because I'm the only one in my family who did sciences. We're 8. I'm the only one who did sciences. So the man I didn't know how he was going to react. For me, making the decision was easy because I knew what I wanted. But without my dad's approval, there was no way I was going to become a comedian. Because the time I made the decision, my passion for engineering had dropped. And my passion for comedy had really shot over the roof. So I went to Muse and I told him, Muse, I want to quit my job. He asked me why. I told him, I've found this new passion and I think it's the one that is going to work. He said, are you sure? I said, this man, the way he's responding is not what I'm expecting.
I thought he was going to.
I paid fees, I paid tuition. Then the man told me, as long as it makes you happy. I said, is this the man from Ombokolo talking like this? So I was very, very excited. When I got my father's approval, I knew this was a decision I had to make immediately. So it didn't even take me a week for me to resign after he had given me the approval. And so it was easy, but the hardest part was my dad.
And he backed you up.
Who backed me up. And he has been one of my biggest fans for a very long time until his death.
Yeah, that was motivating.
Yeah.
As a brand, Salvador has scaled the heights. You know, at the level at which you are right now, and you know the 15 years that you're celebrating. But for you to create this brand and reach this level, I'm sure that you had to work with people along the way.
Yes.
I've not always been in your face. But I've been with Toma every time.
Yes.
And I can tell you for sure that me finding out that Toma was still by your side, and Bossy, who we call Palama or Bosco, for me said a lot about the kind of person that you are. Just how important is it for creatives like you to stick with people that you knew from before you hit it, and you stay with them even when you hit it?
One thing I want to thank God for is that the people that I know are relevant for my business. That is one thing I thank God for. That I did not just get them because I know them. I got them because of their relevancy in my business. For example, Bossy has been in events for a very long time. And his knowledge is very, very important. His experience is very, very important to help me run my events company. Toma did Bachelor of Science in Finance Accounting.
So ebitaba
bimanyi. Leave alone the fact that he's my kid, bro. He knows how to balance the books. Me, I'm very reckless with money. This one I'll tell you. I'm very careless with money. I can spend. When I have it, I spend. I give people money. I do this. I buy this. I do this. So I needed somebody to guide me. That's when he came in. And he's a very hard guy. With my money.
I know he's a hard guy.
With my own money. The guy can even tell me, no, you are doing this, you did this. And I tell him, do you know how hard I work? He says, yeah, but you are just spending. So I found out that the people I know, the people I love, the people I care about are also relevant for my business. Like my wife. My wife is my business partner.
Salfin Production.
Yes, Salfin Production. From Salvador and Daffin. Salfin Production. But she did Bachelor of Procurement and Supply Chain. It's called Procurement and Supply Chain Management. Who doesn't need that in their events company? So the people I know and I love and I care about are also very relevant for the smooth running of my company, and that's what I thank God for. So it was a no-brainer to get it. I would rather get people I know, I'm comfortable with. Their loss, my loss is their loss.
They feel the pain.
They feel the pain.
If there's no money, you tell them, guys,
there's nothing like yenamuba. You understand? So it was by God's grace that I managed to get a team that I know, a team that is going to feel my pain.
And to other creatives, just how important, from your experience, how would you advise them on this? Because most of them struggle with knowing who they can work with and how they can execute it very well.
It is important. There are two ways you can approach this, because not everyone is going to be as blessed as I am to have a team that I know, that I've grown up with, people I've seen as a child, to be part of your team and to run your business like it is their own. There are people you will hire and they will do a much better job. You understand? So it's just about, because some people, which is the honest truth, some people do not connect well with their own families.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially
when money is involved.
When money is involved, they see you succeeding. They're like, our money. You understand? They do not know the struggles you go through. All they know is they see you with money. You are driving a good car. You're sleeping in a good house. You're doing this. You're doing this. So for them, they are looking at the money. They are not thinking of how can we become better. Like, for example, my team has already planned for next year.
Oh, at this time? At
this time, we already know what we are going to do next year. That's the beauty of people who are looking out for you. Not guys who wait. Salvador, katugena college. They just come and say, Kati, chechi dako. But I have a team that gives me ideas, brings ideas, and then we choose. Chino chinzo kola, chino techija kola, chino chija kola. We focus on that.
Which is a very good thing. Yeah. All right, enough of the brand. We're going to get back to it in a bit.
Yeah.
But let's get back to sport.
Yes.
What's your earliest memory of associating sport in anywhere as Patrick Idringi, before I bring in the Salvador name?
Leave alone the Salvador. You know, in Kiswa, we used to have zones playing against each other.
Thank God you're the one who can explain that.
We had zone 1, which was Bugolobi.
Yes.
The Bugolobi Flats. Zone 2, which was where we used to stay, near the school. Zone 3, just above the school, where my dad's shop was. Then there was Zone 4 and 5. It was very hard to separate the two because they were in the same area. Then Zone 5 was Kataza.
Yes, Zone 5 was Kataza.
Zone 5, but there was no Zone 6. There was Zone 5 and Zone 7. Huh?
Yes.
My dear, that was war.
On the days of the zone, the Kiswa pitch would fill up.
People would travel even far and wide to come and watch because those games used to be very, very interesting. When I moved to Chanja, I tried to introduce them.
Oh, you tried?
I tried to because Chanja has villages. Yeah, zone, Nazareth zone, Warukuba, what. It has different zones, but people were not interested because nowadays that passion, that thing that we do as a community, as one, it died out. Everyone now has a fence around their house. There's no time. People are working from 5 a.m. to midnight. So people don't have time. But man, those memories, that is how I got involved in sport. That's how I fell in love with especially football.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And just to mention that Patrick is home and the Kiswa football pitch was, I think, not even 100
let me give them the preamble.
Yes.
I would wake up at 8 o'clock and I reach school at 7:30. That is how close.
That's how close things were.
I would reach in the past.
Very interesting one.
That is how close the school was.
And Bossy used to wear a black shirt, legendary, from Monday to Monday. That black shirt, we don't know where it went. In fact, if at that time people were saying that Bossy Murogo,
you would not doubt.
The man used to have one pair of shirts from Monday to Monday.
Oh my God, those memories, amazing.
It was interesting. But Pato, sport has so many ways of disciplining people, or so many things that people learn from it.
Yes.
Today, you're dad.
Yeah.
What are some of those things that you pick out from sport that you've used in your everyday life, and even to the young ones?
One, discipline that you've talked about. Without discipline, you can never succeed in anything. 2, timekeeping. Sport is all about time. When they say game is starting at 4, it will start at 4 on the dot. And that has helped me in my comedy industry because as a comedian, I have 2 things that bind me. My word and time.
If you're not on time
for your set, you will not make it. For example, it hurts me that so many of my colleagues in the industry have not had the opportunity of doing a live show where they tell you have 5 minutes.
And it's counting down.
No minute more, no minute less. It has to be 5 on the dot. Now when you say, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. When you get at that time, 5.
Ngaba kujjayo.
These things of you are still in the middle of a joke and the 5 minutes pass. Ngaba salako mic. Ngaba genda mu bulango.
You
remain there standing, then they tell you thank you. Ate baba bakusasudde, but just know that's the end of you on that show forever.
Because you've not kept time.
Even when we were starting, timing was of the essence. Like they would tell you in the competition, Stand Up Uganda, they would tell you, make us laugh in 1 minute. Those are 60 seconds. And in comedy, there's a word called timing. When you're giving the punchline, you need to know the right timing.
You don't just start.
There are charts, by the way, there are charts we have in comedy. There are people who tell a story and then you follow. And then the punchline comes at the end.
Well, that's what we are used to.
There are those who start, punchline. Continue, punchline. Continue, punchline. There are those who start with a punchline. Then they give you time to recover. As you're recovering, another punchline. So it's a wave. So the timing is of the essence. And that's what sport has taught me. Sport has taught me teamwork.
You can't win alone.
You can never win alone. There is no I in the word team. That is why even when I was supposed to do a one-man show to celebrate 15 years, it is my year.
Yeah,
it is my moment to shine. But I wanted it to be more of a celebration because 15 years is a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful thing to celebrate, and I don't want to celebrate it by myself. So my friends, when I reach out to my friends, most of them, they are not charging me a single coin. When I say most of them, is the other ones are not even charging me. I am just giving them Casimo.
Thank you for
Is you go and buy some chicken. It's not that. That is why most of the guys I have, I don't even have contracts with them. It is, are you available?
Gentleman's understanding.
It's a gentleman's agreement. It's a pro bono, because they know when I go to their countries, I'm also going to return the favor. You understand? So I am very grateful that, with the team that I have and the people I've put together, I have managed even to get more than if I was to do it alone. And I believe that all came from the ideology of sports.
Yeah, teamwork and timekeeping and all.
Yeah.
Pato, you're a huge Onduparaka fan.
Yes.
And if we run back the clock, you're one of the people who were, the faces of the club, the jerseys, and that excitement that was all over.
Yeah.
First, take us back and tell us what inspired you to stand behind a club like Onduparaka.
So, just like we used to have the zones in Kiswa, in school we had the interclasses. Interclasses. Then we had the inter-school competitions back in the day.
Yeah.
So in West Nile, it was a war. It was serious. So I grew up in my whole O-level seeing stars from West Nile, and my pain that I was not seeing them in the UPL was killing me, because West Nile has so many football stars now. When the Onduparaka emerged, it brought back the nostalgic feeling of, oh my God, I think I am back in West Nile.
The people that I used to see in West Nile, now they're going to
they are now I was reliving the memories. You understand? And these guys came with the fire that I know that is in West Nile. The management was on point, the players were on point, the coaches were on point, and the fans were on
they brought
point.
It, each time Onduparaka played away, you thought it was at home.
It was, trust me, it was serious. Guys would hire buses, and bus companies started supporting. Guys would hire buses, come just to watch the match and go back. It was a very passionate football club, but along the way,
so many things happened.
So many things happened.
Like you've said, so many things happened. And of course, Onduparaka came, then Arua Hill came, but both of them, are no longer in the top flight. Yeah. What's your opinion about the state of affairs with West Nile football now?
Management. I think we start passionately. You see, in everything, once you front money, you are not going to go far. Onduparaka, for example, it started with passion. The fans came together, they would even put together money, put resources, This eventually attracted sponsors.
It was so organic.
It was people's own personal monies that they would contribute to the club. And that's why they were passionate about it, because it was personal. So when sponsors came in, of course, the money became big. Now, you know what happens.
Decisions, people are speaking, but speaking in low tones.
In low tone, things happened. And when that happens, you now start selling your good players because the money is good. And then you don't recruit. And then before you know it,
it's down the drain. Yep. But the Spider Black Angels, who I think have remained there in Zombo.
Yes, you see the Spider Black Angels have the backing of Minister Nyamutoro.
Oh.
Yes.
She's backing them?
She is. Trust me, I went to Nebi one time and, she even mentioned them during one of, it was not even a campaign. It was, we had gone to create awareness for clean energy.
Oh, yeah, the stoves that you guys.
Yes, the stoves and the gas and everything. So she mentioned them in her speech and the people went crazy. So I just pray that let the passion lead you, not the money. Let passion lead you, but it's inevitable that when you attract money, you'll end up getting it
you're literally,
and then misusing it.
Literally telling Mercy Munduru that you did a very good job, Mercy, but what happened? Salvador is saying you need to come together.
Maybe let them overhaul the management and then hand it over to professionals. Yes.
To run it.
And maybe that's when we will come back. Because it is very hard to own something and you want to also run it. You need to have a team of like-minded people and of professionals.
Yeah, when you talk about the Onduparaka story and Arua Hill, of course it's not a very good one with the end. But when I bring you back to the Ugandan Premier League, we have a discussion between institutional clubs
Yes.
and community-based clubs.
Yes.
Of course, institutional clubs are the ones run by parastatals,
Yes,
the
like
government,
URA,
URA,
yeah,
Maroons, police, and
yes.
all. And then, of course, the community ones are the
Yeah.
ones that are from the communities.
Yes.
What's your take? Because today people are advocating for more community clubs over.
How I wish we could go back to community-based clubs, because you involve the community. They talk about abo balina sente, bano balina maje, these ones have this, bano be batukwata KCCA, bano be bakola ki. It dies out. At the end of the day, people are passionately saying fe twatekamu sente, zaffe klabu etuluma kubanga omwana oyo namulaba akula. You understand? You see your very own trying to make it. Yeah, but institutional based clubs are based on money.
And maybe the government's will.
Oyo azanya bulungi mugule mulete wano. Oyo. So the club you have no attachment to it. You understand? That is why when you look at a club like Arsenal, and then you look at a player like Saka, who came from the academy,
and he's playing for Arsenal.
And he's playing for Arsenal, and he plays for England. You who saw him in the academy, you have a personal attachment. Did you see an interview where they asked that win the Premier League or sell Saka? People were like, we'd rather lose the Premier League but keep Saka. That is how community-based clubs work, because they involve each and everybody who is best in that community.
Of course, today we have Chitara, which last season really brought a wave, but they've also not really done it a lot this season.
Yeah.
There are a couple of, if you add the traditional clubs, Vic, Villa Express.
Look at even Onduparaka itself.
Yeah,
Onduparaka is a community-based club. You understand?
It brought a very, very huge impact.
Because it was based on, I've seen this boy grow up. I saw him training when he had no shoes. Now he's putting on shoes.
Onduparaka took back Mohamed Shaban.
Thank you.
At a point when everyone thought, he wouldn't go back there.
Yeah. So because there are some players like Totti, for example.
Yes. Itano, Roma.
The man said, no matter how much money you have, I'm not leaving Roma.
All the years.
You find a player is attached to the club because of where they know they came from. Most Brazilian players, when they finish playing in Europe, they go back to their childhood clubs.
Sao Paulo,
Fluminense, what? Yes.
Yeah, so that's how it is.
Yeah.
All right. I know you're a big fan of course, Onduparaka is in the big league, but you've been watching league games here and there.
Yes.
When you have the time.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Uganda Premier League, branding wise and competitive wise, from your perspective?
I think we had improved. We had reached a point whereby it's now starting to cause that. That thrill, that excitement, that anxiety that timu yange gena kusamba. But somehow I don't know what happened. The fire just died. It's like we have mood swings. It's like the league has mood swings. One season it's on fire. The other season it's down. There is a point where now I don't know even who's leading. I don't know who's winning. I don't know who's doing what, because now I lost interest. Yeah.
No, but from your creative angle as a top brand in this country, what do you think some of the things that maybe if applied in the league would attract you to leave your house on a Friday afternoon to go and watch a 4 p.m. kickoff maybe in Chitende or wherever, in terms of branding and creativity, because you're in that field? Maybe
one thing I can tell you for sure is the creativity is there. We have players like Alan Okello. Me, I can just leave home to go and watch Alan Okello, because he has instilled in me that the passion that I had when I was starting to do this. When you have players who are committed to a club
and who make football
exciting, you will never fail. You see, even if Onduparaka lost, the fans would be like, but we played well. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, that is the kind of excitement I want. That's the kind of passion I want. Whether you lose or win. Now, some people, when they lose, they bad the next week. Because they are bad losers. You understand?
So there's a consistency and performance.
Consistency, or also the performance. Also, create. Let you see, even the league itself, let it be as exciting. And it should give back to the fans as well. Let it make the fans as involved in decision making as possible. You know, some clubs cannot be sold because fans have said no.
Yeah, of course.
Some players cannot be sold because clubs have said, fans have said no. When a fan feels that attached to a club, trust me,
it's a different thing.
It's
a different thing altogether. Anyways, it's a message to clubs to, try and reach out to fans maybe more, but also engage.
And it doesn't have even to be during soccer. You create a tournament between the fans and the first team players. You will see how you will sell out. Do you know how that creates excitement? That creates talkability. And in our because creative arts, even sports, is part of creativity.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to create talkability. You need to create talkability. That's why you see artists. An artist can wake up one day and do something. So people are starting to wonder, when you create talkability, you make people anxious. You make people, the anxiety is there. They want to come and see, hey, is it true? Is it not true? So let us engage the community as much as possible.
So that we can have people come out in large numbers. Yes. Pato, you have been on your phone for the last maybe 2 or 1 week, and you've seen what has happened in Ugandan football.
Yes.
Recently, we had a standoff between the fans who, follow the UPL, the federation, which is FUFA, and Vipers.
Yes.
First, it started with 16 clubs saying they do not want the new league format.
Yeah.
It moved to 15 clubs with Vipers saying no. Then FUFA stood their ground. Then Vipers refused. But here we are. We are back to the old league format.
Yes.
After FUFA, of course, ditched the new league format. What's your take on that fuss and back and forth that happened in Ugandan football?
First of all, I want to commend Mr. Lawrence Mulindwa for standing his ground, because so many people backed out from that decision to not be part of it. You see, you cannot just wake up one morning and you change a format that has been there for generations. For years, year in, year out, across the world, not just in Uganda, across the world, this is the format people are using. Then, yes, maybe he got so much wisdom. Some people get wisdom when they sleep. Something just overwhelms them. You see, the reason why that new format was too good to be true
yes,
was the way it was rushed. There was no consulting. You see, you have to consult all the stakeholders, and the number one stakeholder is the fans. The fans are the ones who make the league relevant.
They're the ones who pay their money.
They're the ones who pay their money. They're the ones who create the buzz. You have not engaged the fans. You have not engaged all the clubs. Because at the end of the day, it has to be a consensus. Everyone has to agree. Because without the clubs, which league are you going to run?
No league.
Involve all the stakeholders. Have back and forth meetings. This is not something you can create in a month or 2 or what. Because this is a format. To change a format, you need years of studying. Try it in the community-based competitions, the zones. Mugeze call the format here. Mulioke mujidete mu top flight. Try it in schools before you bring it to the top flight. But here we are, one season, we have been following this format.
Then tomorrow
we are going to change the format. It was rushed. It was rushed. It was not well thought of, and I think it was not done in good faith. Yeah.
And the fans who stood their ground.
Yeah.
They seem like they've set a precedent now in Ugandan football. What's your take on how they managed to handle this?
I think the federation should realize how important the fans are. We could make or break this the CHAN that happened recently.
Or even the AFCON
by not showing up.
Coming.
Yeah, or even the AFCON. We can make or break it by not showing up. What will you do? You understand? So you need to know how important the fans are. So when the fans stood their ground, that is when the word people power, our power, makes a lot of sense.
It was applied.
It was applied literally, and it worked.
Still on Ugandan football, the Uganda Cranes.
Yes,
you are in the stands.
Oh my God!
Cheered the team on during CHAN, the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
What's your take first of all in the Cranes right now? Because just before you answer, for Chan,
Yeah.
they got out of the group stages for the first time.
Yes.
For the World Cup qualifiers, finished second.
Yeah.
Almost entered the playoffs.
Until FIFA
until
did
Eritrea pulled out.
Leave alone the Eritrea pulling out. You give the people who have not played it points. You add them points. And then we move on. You can't tell me that because I beat the last team home and away, you're going to deduct because Eritrea left. That was the most stupid decision a group of people who are supposed to be knowledgeable about football came up with. To the extent that I'm not saying this to spite my Nigerian brothers and sisters. Nigeria drew home and away with Zimbabwe.
Yes.
Which was the last. And they deducted 2 points. You see how unfair that is?
Yeah, it was
Burkina Faso, which genuinely was in the top 4 of the qualification, had to lose because they had to deduct 6 points from it for beating a team home and away. Make it make sense.
It didn't
make it make sense. And these are people who have experience in decision making for football. And they run the whole continent. They're not just the continent, they run the whole world. Because this is FIFA. And a bunch of very educated, very experienced people coming up with such a stupid decision. That didn't go down well with
just
me.
Because one group did
just balance. Because one group, the country feared that they would seek asylum.
No,
that was the reason, apparently. That was the reason that they feared. When the Eritrean players go to America,
they will not return.
They will not return.
What how many are they?
So to save the embarrassment, they said, come, tally.
But to the Cranes.
Yes.
What do you make of the team after that?
Listen, I am so proud of the boys. I am so proud of the boys. Even when we lose, you can see they try, they give it their all. Against Algeria, if it wasn't for the penalties, really, which were also shady. Those penalties were very shady. But still, we would have won the game. And we would have even led 2-0. Had Semugabi here. Yes, sorry, Semugabi.
Should have scored.
He should have scored that. And we would have gone ahead to win. But nevertheless, I am proud of the boys. I love how the coach, first of all, the way he makes his substitutions, they are usually on point. And second of all, how he has made the boys believe that we can even go to Algeria and score fast. So I think what the federation is doing for the Uganda Cranes, get that.
Put it in.
Bring it in the league.
And things will move.
I think because they're doing the right thing this way. But what is happening this way?
It's another thing altogether.
Tebikwatagana.
Biringa white the black.
You love to hate the people. When it comes to Uganda Crane matters, you are in love with Magogo. Who is my friend, by the way? When it comes to the league, you are like, hey, Magogo, so you are in a sweet, bitter relationship with the man.
Yeah, but these boys have action in December. AFCON is here.
Yes.
In Morocco.
Yes.
Uganda has Tunisia.
Yes.
Has Nigeria.
Yes.
Has Tanzania.
Yes.
With what you've said, that's how happy you are with what they're doing. What are your expectations for the Cranes at AFCON?
It's going to be. That's a tough group. We are going to do well.
Because you've had Tanzania.
I've had Tanzania. I've had Nigeria. These ones we shall manage. This is Arabs. You know, these Arabs invest. They invest a lot of money in their leagues. They invest a lot of money in their football, in their federations. They don't play around. They start from the community-based footballs for children, wards, schools, and everything. So for them, if they win, I will not be surprised. But these other ones of ours, in Nigeria.
So we are winning the jollof rice.
Jollof. Pilau. Pilau.
Yeah. So Paul Put stays, you think?
Paul Put stays. He has a lot ahead of him. Me, I let him not go. I think he's one coach who has given the players belief that even when you see them coming off the bench, I love that, and that's what drives.
And of course, also
the way we played South Africa
in Chan.
When we were losing 3-1.
And we fought back to 3-3. Genuinely, by the way. Because the South Africans tried to say, 2 penalties, you cheated. No. They said VAR also came.
They said VAR also. Even you VAR cancelled the goal that we had scored.
Yes.
They cancelled. So which VAR are you blaming?
So Pol Pot stays.
Pol Pot stays.
Okay.
Pol Pot stays.
The government has gone a long way in trying to make sure that they invest in Ugandan sport, at least football, for the last 1 year or something like that. As we speak right now, the Hoima Stadium is now ready to be
amazing,
handed over to the president and all. Do you think, or where should government now put more effort? Yes, they've done the Hoima Stadium, but maybe you think there are other facilities that they need to invest in.
Invest in community-based structures to encourage community-based competitions. Nowadays, you can move this whole area and you find only one football field. Back in the day, we used to have football fields. Nowadays, schools come up without even a playground.
Just classes. And
that is it. They put up very long storage buildings. And where are the children going to play? When I was in West Nile, when I was in St. Charles Lwanga College, Koboko, we had 4 pitches.
Yeah.
4 football pitches. We had a tennis court. We had a rugby field. Like, we had everything that made us want to be part of the whole system. But now, we are selling here, we are selling there. When the pitch comes, we are hiring it for weddings. Just like the government made it mandatory for any new storage building to have underground parking, let them make it mandatory for any upcoming school to have at least 2 playgrounds. It doesn't matter which discipline of sport, but at least 2 playgrounds. Yeah,
it will help the kids come up.
It all comes down to policies now, because the government cannot do much. You understand? They can only impact through policies. The government only does its best.
Yeah, of course.
And leaves the rest for you. Yep.
If you say that statement,
yep,
they come at Salvador.
No, they always come because they want the government to do everything. The government can do just so much. The rest is up to you.
If you understand the English, they can do just so much.
They can do just so much. They can create for you the peace. They can give you the roads. They can give you the electric infrastructure. You make the money. How you make it
is upon you. All right. I think we've had enough talk about sports and everything. We're going to get to Arsenal. Temufayo. Kati ninyo. Msajja musanyufu kuba timu ekuba abantu. Let's get back to the show.
Yes.
15 years.
Yes.
And to be very honest with you, when you created the Africa Loves brand, from when it started up to where it is now, people started falling in love with it. You know, each session that happened, each edition that came up, because of the creativity that came along with it.
Yes.
Have you been able to sustain Africa Loves for all the editions that you've held?
First of all, I want to credit my colleagues in the industry who have selflessly said yes to every time I call them. I have brought some of the biggest comedians on the continent.
True.
And you see, when you look at that lineup, I can't afford any of them, even if I'm doing one show, because these are top dollar comedians. But to have 5, 6 of them on the same lineup should tell you something about how we work on the continent as comedians, how we work. It's sometimes not about money. It is about how do I uplift my colleague.
It's a relationship thing.
It's a relationship thing. So I am so grateful that I have managed to invest so much in the social capital amongst my colleagues in the industry, to the extent that just a phone call is enough for them to cancel whatever they are doing and come for my show.
Yeah.
So it's very important. Then the sponsors, the people who believe in the brand, and they say, Salvador, I am going to inject this amount of money in you. I'm going to inject in the production. You see, for me, I don't get the cash, but I reduce costs.
Which is a very big thing.
How do you reduce cost? Mr. Steve Jean comes and says, the budget is 100 million. You sit down with Steve. Steve, tuvude wala. Tukoze tutya. Milioni chikomisi zirina. Steve nagamba omanyi Salvador oli mutuufu. Ngenda kukolera. Nteekako nga sponsor.
Tujja kwebala
in the future. When I have a gig, I will hire you. Nemulabanga. You see, that's the kind of human capital you need to create. Me, I don't get cash. I make relationships with the people who are going to reduce my cost of production.
Yeah. We already have someone who has reduced Salvador's cost of production ahead of the show. And it's only fair that we invite him now to come on set. Atulire cost as a maker.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from South Sudan.
Yes, sir.
The man himself.
And
the chocolate.
Only chocolate.
Yeah. Blue black.
Blue grapes.
Blue grapes. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Really excited to have you in Uganda.
Pleasure. I think you have me. You had me in 2003. I came to this country in 2003.
So Uganda Rumanyi. Tewali wa borders wakufera.
Mperabo. I've been here for a very, very long time.
Yeah, Mafera.
Let's start with working Salvador Idringi. Just how exciting is it for you to be here ahead of the Africa Love Show? 15 years of Patrick Salvador.
Yeah. I mean, I'd also have to mention that I was around when he was doing 10 years when he had Imperial.
Oh.
2020.
Was it 20? Yeah?
2020.
2020.
Yeah, before COVID.
It's
just before COVID.
Just before COVID. It's really a great pleasure. Like Salvador is one of the founding members of stand-up comedy in I'd like to say the northern part of Africa. Yeah. South Africa by then, early 2010 already had really picked up, but for comedy to now become a culture in East Africa, Uganda was actually the first country that comedy really caught. Like comedians in Uganda were bringing audiences like they were musicians by then. So it's a huge inspiration to be part of greatness. And as a young comic, I started my career here in Uganda. I grew up in Uganda here. I watched him during the stand-up.
Bring
Uganda.
our passport, you
Sijirina. That one, I said I'm not going to enter your problems like that. I like your language, but I don't want not the problems. You guys remain with your issues. I have mine to handle in South Sudan. But it's a huge pleasure, man. It's a huge pleasure. And also, Salvador has also been a guiding factor to most of us. Like, I've met Salvador in different countries. When we have done shows in South Africa, in Kenya, and it's always we always have a chat, always guidance. You pick an old brain, the old broom knows all the corners. Next time collaborate. Check it out. And as young people, that's great thing. We were just in Nairobi together, just what, not 4 months ago, not too long ago, in July. We were in Nairobi together, and then he said, come here. And I've always watched Africa Loves. It's a really great show, and I'm happy to be here to represent South Sudan. Amazing comics that are also on their way. You guys will have a really great
We've
time.
been here speaking about Ugandan football. In South Sudan, what do you have to offer? I know you already took our player, Jude Semugabi, to Jamus. There's a club there called Jamus.
Jamus FC.
They are spending money like a problem.
The local league is doing quite well, but the local league is facing some biggest issue now in South Sudan there. When the local league entered, they have their rules, they are doing this. Then South Sudan is like, but by the way, wait. We have tribes. Hey, why don't we form our own tribes? We form a league called this tribe league. So there's a whole region called the Barkazal region, which has like almost 40 tribes of the country in that whole region. Not so sure of the exact number. They formed their own league called the Barkazal League. It just ended last week, the final.
Different from the one in
Juba. The numbers, the stadium the stadium is for 15,000 people. They are all there. They filled it up.
Wow.
So the league is just struggling. So I was even talking to a friend of mine the other day, and he was saying these people, they have to find a way of bringing these regional leagues together.
Community-based
Exactly. Community-based competition. Because a fan will ask him, say, why am I leaving this place to go and watch Dewey Villa or Dewey what if I don't connect with them on that basis? So that is our issue now. So you will see those Jamus, and very soon they are going to marry. They are going to form like
so it will be one league.
Because they started forming different states. There will be Rumbek FC. I'm from Rumbek, so there's like Rumbek Center FC. There's Rumbek East. There's what that, and they have money. They are bringing in money because if I'm a tycoon from this area, I will get like $2,000. I give my boys. You go and win, and money makes the game.
And that's how exciting it will be. Okay, the man you're seated next to is a massive Arsenal fan. Before I fire him questions, which club do you support?
Manchester United.
You even have to first take a break.
But as per the last weekend, we are okay.
No.
There is no,
Everything is now okay.
you cannot mess with my self-esteem. As per the last weekend, we beat Liverpool. We are very okay until further notice. But I am Manchester United.
You're right. Until further notice. Let's go to the ones who have been winning regularly.
Talk to me.
Talk
to me.
So how does it feel?
Yeah, these are normal things. These are athlete things. We win when we want.
Since 2004. You have not wanted since 2004.
You win, but you don't want the league.
Games. We don't want it. We just want to win games.
You don't want the league.
The league we leave it for. We leave it for children. Man City,
Liverpool. But Mikel Arteta has done a very good job.
Yeah,
It's when you think about it, Arteta has been at Arsenal for what, 4 seasons?
Yeah,
almost 5 seasons.
5 seasons. Yes.
For them to believe in him for that long, and even of course the shortcomings almost are not winning this season. Patrick,
but how long did it take Klopp to win the league?
It took him a minute.
It took him about 7 seasons.
But he was against a very good Man City team.
Regardless, now for us, we're against what?
You against Vipers.
When it comes to Arsenal, people do not use the same comparisons. When it comes to Arsenal, people don't use the same comparisons they use to other clubs. That one is always there. That is why even week in, week out, regardless of how many teams win, Arsenal will be ranked as the first topic to talk about. Whether we win, whether we draw, whether we lose, they will always find something to talk about Arsenal. So I think it is very, very important to notice that without us, there would be no talkability.
So good or bad, it's good talkability.
It's there. It shows how relevant we are.
Any kind of
and how scared now people are.
So we are waiting this season. Surely this season you have to come through.
Surely this season we have to win.
This is how they start. Then when we're reaching somewhere there, they're like, next one.
I don't want to get excited because there's a season we started win. I said, we're there. When the losses
collapsing,
they came like this.
I said, but at least this one, when we were starting to become excited, Liverpool, I said, okay, calm down.
Manage your expectations.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. For us, for this season, we're just escorting you guys. We're escorting you guys to August.
Doing well.
Yeah, we are as escorts.
Escorting well.
You can trust Man U to do one thing, to handle the big teams properly. Those big teams, you know, when you're in that mathematics, it's Liverpool should lose, and then you bring to Man U. We continue.
That's when you're doing. That's when Maguire is alive.
Yeah,
it's not alive. It's another story. Otherwise, Pato, thank you so much.
That was for Pato, eh?
Yeah. No, this was for
I
Pato.
transfer it now.
Yeah. Guys, I was privileged to sit down with one of the best creators on the African continent, top comedians, but most importantly, my brothers. This is special because we are brothers here, guys. Others tujabaita. But thank you so much.
Pleasure. Tuliku black site. There's a black site we're in. This location, I've never seen it in my whole life.
All right, guys.